At the website friendsofFreeSpeech.org, Elisabeth-Wolff, an Austrian woman, has said this, and I quote, "On Thursday, 25th of October, the European Court of Human Rights ruled that my conviction by an Austrian court for discussing the marriage between Prophet Muhammad and a 6-year-old girl did not infringe my rights of freedom of speech. The ECHR found that my right to speak freely is less important than protecting the religious feelings of others. But I am also optimistic, since giving my seminars in Austria in 2009, we have come a very long way. 10 years ago, the press labeled me a confused doom monger, and I was compared to Osama bin Laden. Now Islam is being discussed in every sphere of life, and people are waking up to the reality of a culture so opposed to our own. It is obvious to me that public education and discourse on the subject of Islam can have a fundamental and far-reaching impact, even if our state or supranational authorities try to silence or stifle or silence it in order to appease a culture so foreign to our own. This fight continues. My voice will not and cannot be silenced." End of quote. Now, what occurred to Mrs. Wolff just may become the norm here in Australia, for we have what is known as 18C. So what is 18C? Here's an edited behind the news video that I think somewhat explains 18C.
Whether sharing their favourite foods, helping tie hijabs, or creating body art, kids all around Australia came together on Harmony Day to celebrate different cultures.
In Pakistan, kites were really popular.
Members entering the chamber, if they could just take their seats.
But on the same day, there wasn't much harmony in Australia's federal parliament.
Member for Goldstein will resume his seat.
So this is the Australia the Labor Party believe. They believe.
So what was all this arguing about? Well, it was all to do with Australia's Racial Discrimination Act. In 1975, the federal government introduced the Racial Discrimination Act. It made it illegal to treat someone unfairly because of their race. 20 years later, in 1995, another part was added to those laws, called Section 18C. It made it illegal to offend, insult, humiliate or intimidate a person based on their race. In recent years, that part has caused some controversy. Like in 2011, when a newspaper columnist was found to have broken 18C in 2 articles he'd written about Indigenous Australians a couple of years earlier. Some people thought the ruling was unfair and campaigned to change 18C, but it never happened.
One Australian political party that would like to see either 18C repealed or at least the words offend and insult to be changed is the Australian Conservatives, Cory Bernardi's party. And here's a short video by their New South Wales Senate candidate, Sophie York.
It's probably not something that people think about in their daily lives, but what people do think is, well, can I say this? Am I allowed to say that? The message from those who have been punished under this section is that you cannot say things. So when it's Andrew Bolt going to court, or Queensland uni students that end up fighting cases, or Bill Leake being hounded by a commission for the sake of a cartoon, or Sonia Kruger facing court because she commented about concerns about Muslim immigration in Australia. The message sent to everyone is that you could face trouble if you make the wrong comment. That's not the Australia that I know and love, and I'm sure that you don't feel comfortable having a law that can be weaponised against the average person in that way. And 18D offers a defence, yes, but the test is feelings, so if someone feels offended, insulted, humiliated or intimidated. The Crimes Act deals with intimidating language and threatening language. We don't need it